So I remember our first Waptober Derby was when we first started the team, and we had never played futsal before, so we wanted to try playing against the people on the soccer team. We had a lot of fun with that, so we just wanted to continue it and play Saul in the Park, which is just, we get together at Harry National Park every once in a while, and we play futsal with anybody who wanted to join.
Oh, dude, Saul in the Park was so fun. Like, thankfully, Harriet had those goals that we could just move tennis courts, which you'd see the next day moved back onto the soccer field, and later that day they're back on the tennis courts, because yeah, it was so funny. I guarantee you there were some very salty moms that were wanting those goals back on the field. But yeah, it was really fun. Like, got a bunch of people involved that you wouldn't think we got involved. Got some like kids down the street that were involved. They were beasts, like actual beasts. I have them on Xbox now. Vextrum, hype beast.
Dude, we played Saul in the Park every single day. We invited everyone from school, and it was like the good old days where we had like 10, 11, 12 people in Saul in the Park and had real teams. And we were just ready for that Sun Prairie game. Like that was a rivalry game for us.
Oh, we were playing Saul in the Park, and I remember it, and it was like I don't know if it was like raining or something. It was like really cold though, like super hyped at this point. We're like we gotta beat Sun Prairie. And at one point I just yelled, "I guarantee you Sun Prairie is not practicing outside right now." And everyone was like, big facts.
The team acquired Josh and Jack before the season started, and would later add Logan and Ethan during the season.
Bates definitely brought a whole lot of new stuff to the table. It was insane getting to watch him get like the 100th goal and everything. He snapped this season. Bates was awesome, and then I also loved working with Josh just because like we would both get on defense and then just kind of lock it down. It was a ton of fun.
My experience with the team in my first year was really awesome. I got to see the reach Twitter has, social media, and how that can impact our brand. I got to create a bunch of new, meaningful relationships with kids on the team. I got a lot of fun experiences, especially with the annual Waptober Derby and Saul in the Park after school. It was a really good time, and honestly, if you don't sign your kid up for futsal, you're a duster. Well, Sun Prairie was our first game, my opening game of the season, and with the team, as we had many Saul in the Park opportunities, and we were just ready. We were getting lit in the hallway. We were tying on our new Nike boots and socks. Sun Prairie, we knew it was going to be a tough match. We fell to them the earlier season. But we just wanted to kick off the new season with a win.
Bro, Andy Man's up.
Oh! Wow! Shit you don't do.
Keep locking them down. They're getting frustrated. They are frustrated.
They're rattled, dude.
They are frustrated. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Boy, AK. That's what I like to see, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been cool.
The team started their second season the right way, beating Sun Prairie 8-5.
That I almost felt bad for Sun Prairie that day. They got beat pretty bad. There's a lot of their parents watching too. It was pretty embarrassing. I wouldn't have wanted to beat them.
We were on such a high from being Sun Prairie that we ended up playing Edgewood, which is basically like this co-ed team that isn't really for the culture, I would say, at all. And we don't always beat them, but we smashed them. Like, it was 16-4 we smashed them.
Oh, Dave. Oh, no. I hate you. Sir. Oh! I think those two have.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Oh, my.
Oh! Yeah! They can't get mad goal.
Oh, no. Oh, the Mike.
And oh wow, they were so demoralized. They just had their heads hung as these random kids who have no idea what they're doing, just putting a goal after goal after goal in the back of the net against them.
Like goal celebrations, we were going above and beyond. No other team was doing what we were doing. It was kind of a new era of futsal, and what came after every time we scored a goal, it just got like crazy. It was pretty fun, and yeah, it was just different from what Madison Futsal League has seen before us.
After a hot start, the team would face a big challenge to start the second half of the season, as they had to face Oregon in a Friday night game without Andy or Bates.
Before the game, we were nervous and we weren't really hopeful because we were missing Bates and Andy, and they had helped us to win the other game, so we didn't really know what we were going to do. But we played them close, and we had a lot of great stops. Even though we were down at halftime, we managed to come back, and it was our nervousness that helped us in the end because we played more carefully and we played good defense because of that.
After trailing 5-2 early in the first half of the game, Vivek Swamanath would assist what would eventually be the game-winning goal put in by John Ranksmith, breaking a 6-6 tie and giving 100 Squad the lead.
That was a hard-fought game. Not one thing was running through my mind except just straight adrenaline just pumping.
We were down for most of the game, but we were missing some of our key guys, but we managed to come back, and it was due to like a lot of great saves by Caleb and good defensive stops, as well as some clutch goals at the end.
I was shocked because they came through and they really put on for us when we needed it the most. That's what our teammates are for.
I wasn't surprised that we won that game because I know our team had a ton of talent on it, and that we didn't need me or Andy. Like we're still fine. We put some goals in, just play a little defensive. It was all good.
A few weeks later, the team would travel to Brookfield for an indoor futsal tournament hosted by Adidas.
So that tournament was like an Adidas like launch party for like their new cleats and stuff. I honestly thought we'd get free cleats for it, but apparently you have to be good to get those. Alex Johnson texted me about this like Blue Blast tournament. I'm like, what is this? He's like, yeah, my XXers team like is doing it. And I was like, what? So I looked into it. I was like, wow, I might check this out or something like that. And but yeah, I went from there. We're like, wow, we should try this. It was free to sign up, like for a certain amount of people. Later that week, drove to Brookfield, and there we were. But it was really cool. There was like a small 3-on-3 tournament. Bunch of meatheads that were in there, like going hardcore, and we're just like arse at futsal/soccer. So we're just there to just have a blast.
I was standing on the side because I wasn't actually playing, but like the other three guys, the other three guys, it was me and somebody else who were standing on the side. And so we get out onto the court and they call us first too, so we're hyped. And so we're waiting out on that court and we're waiting, and then we wait some more, and then one of the guys comes through, like one of the tournament officials, and he like stops us and he's like, guys, where's the other team? And we're like, we don't know, but we're ready to go. And he basically says like 2 more minutes and then like it's a forfeit and you guys win. And so like immediately we're like super hype, and we keep waiting, and I think those were like the longest 2 minutes of my life, but they didn't show up, and so we got the dub.
The team would soon have to regroup for their final regular season game against the Sugar River Raiders.
For most of that game, the Raiders were beating us pretty bad, and I remember in the previous game when we played them, we had only 3 people and they killed us, so it wasn't going very well. But then somehow we turned it on, and I think we scored like 2 goals within like 20 seconds.
That's good. Uh-oh. Good ball, Caleb. Yeah.
And their coach started getting really mad and like yelling at us, so I think that helped us a lot because we got mad at her.
They were up big, and the mom just started yelling some more,
and we started playing better just to like cause that, just to make her even more mad, and that ended up with us winning the game and somehow coming back, and I think we won by 2 2 goals, after a couple last second goals, and that was a great game.
By the end of it, we were tied up with was it a minute left or something, and she was pissed. We were totally loving it, and we definitely had a lot more fun, and we got one more and took the dub.
I mean, the second year, like I said, got us our confidence, and that was important for the third year because we went into it thinking that we would win, and that's what caused us to win the state championship and go to regionals.
Oh, that would have been cool. Yes, good team. I love this game.